and they'll stop this country to move. I would like to plead with the members of this House when it comes to looking at what role our committees are playing. Look at what happens. I want to thank my brothers Sifuna, my brother Chirargei. I want to thank Madam Dulo. These are, many of you may not know, we've never discussed it here. How many times we've been threatened that we are raising issues about county governments losing billions. I mean, who doesn't know how many governors own apartments and houses in Kilimani Road? Each one of them owning an apartment costing 1.5 billion shillings. Why didn't the fool just go and build a hospital where he comes from? How I wish we stole the money and put it at home. Some of them are going to Dubai. People are going to America. You see on social media. I just saw somebody commenting saying that the senators got nothing to do. I want him to tell me how he bought a Bentley and is an MP. Explain to me, how does somebody, I mean, the truth is, I'm born with advantage and privilege. That is the truth. I saw my father driving a big car when I was a small boy. That is not what drives me. What drives me is, how do you get a member of parliament driving a Mercedes that costs 49 million shillings? And we are watching, and that is normal. And it is okay. And it is okay. Shame on us. Then we make sure this money doesn't go to the schools. We make sure that hospitals have no money. We start building hospitals now. We want the poor people to come to those hospitals. Poor people can't come to Nairobi Hospital. They can't come to Aga Khan. They can't, some of them can't afford Kenyatta. You saw the other day, Kenyatta has a debt of 6.6 billion. The Eldoret Hospital, Eldoret KTRH, has a debt of 3.9 billion. When you ask, they tell you we don't know where the money went. Are we fools? Do we need to buy houses which have got 15 bedrooms and drive 19 cars and put them in your parking lot, and you want 10,000 acres of land? You want a ranch? You fools, you go and buy a ranch in Australia. This is where we are. We keep blaming the police. The policeman cannot do anything. Have we ever gone as a Senate to go and see where the police lives? How he takes his kids to school and his salary is 19,000. And this House has to start thinking about those things. We guys must begin, and we ladies and gentlemen in this House must begin to agree that we can reduce our salaries, that we can drive smaller cars, that we can wear kaundas. In fact, the only thing I'm very annoyed about the president, I'm the one who started wearing kaundas. Now he has given kaunda a bad name. I want Kenyans to love kaundas the way I loved them. Let us wake up, Kenyans. We can't play football. Money comes from FIFA, it is eaten. World Rally Championship, money comes from there, it's eaten. You go, you want Kenya Lawn Tennis Association, they only want 50,000 to hold an international tennis tournament. Not even the minister appears there. But when the minister is traveling out of the country, he's got how many people? Private jet, goes to Dubai, books one of those hotels, luxury hotels, and he comes back to Nairobi with the same 9 people he took with a private jet. And you assume that the Gen Zs don't know. These days they track you. They can know which private jet you took, where it went, and how it came back. Many of us are worried because either because of history or because of what has happened, we have got a lot of money now, we are owning so much land. Please allow us to have spatial planning. Your land, we can have an implemented law in this House to protect your even identity. But please don't stop stealing public land. Let us have mercy at our people. You saw people from Eldoret and Kakamega talking about, our chambers which our grandfathers left for us. Now you guys who are MPs and senators, you come, you chase us away, and then you throw us into court. You go and bribe the court. And I want to talk about the judiciary. We respect you. We know that you are most of the time under the pressure. We know there are certain things which you can even be blackmailed, but we want to hold you at a higher standard. We must hold the judiciary at a higher standard, the legislators at the higher standard, and make sure the president is also at the higher standard. That is how we can move as a country and stop this nonsense. We behave like monkeys running through a forest looking for bananas without knowing whether it's the bananas they want or it's oranges. I really, really want to say this, Madam Speaker, finally. I was nearly giving up on my country. I have changed my mind because of today. The young men who are fighting for this country have done us proud. Let us treat them with dignity. Let us make sure we engage them. Let us stop doing the things which make them angry, desperate, and upset with the ruling class. The truth is, if this country breaks down, it takes all of us down. I can tell you, I was in South Sudan when we were doing the comprehensive peace agreement. I visited as a minister, as a young minister, to go and do what was called a referendum. I've been to Khartoum. I have been to Mali. I've been to a country in West Africa. I'll remember the name, Madam Speaker. You look at how people have been treated. What our goddamn budget is.
One of the mistakes I always make is that I get so drowned into some of these Kenyan politicians' speeches that I just don't ask their names. I'm like, wow, okay. That's from Kenya. You know what people are saying? That if revolution breaks out in Nigeria, like Kenya, some people are already picking the politicians they are going to grab. Some said, may nobody drag with a wicked with it. Now this way a wicked go grab when the revolution starts. Some said that Nakolu just slap him, knock his head forward. I said, well, Kenyan politicians are, as we speak, on the run. Majority of them. If you see any of them in the public, they are pleading. You get one video where they said that when the Kenyan youth came and the politicians ran, the lawmakers, they were so scared to go back to that their chamber that they had to be fed in the bush. I don't know if you've seen this. That must be a joke though, right? But here is Ruto. William Ruto. He has made an announcement to say, okay, guys, I sacked this, I sacked that, I cut this off. 47 agencies have been cut off. Job for the boys. Like you have in Nigeria, boards and parastatals, board member, board chairman, this or that. Over 40,000 people will be appointed by Tifnumbu alone that will be feeding. All of them will have straws plug into Nigeria Treasury, talking you dead. And your main infrastructures, main sectors in the country will never see money. It's the same in Kenya. Now the Gen Z have now forced the stubborn Ruto to behave. Despite all of this, so they're still telling him, I say make you go. All learning.
7. State corporations with overlapping and duplicating functions will be dissolved, resulting in the elimination of their operational and maintenance costs, and their functions will be integrated into the respective line ministries. Staff currently employed by the affected corporations will be transferred to ministries and other state agencies within government.
Injection in India.
The decision to fill the position of cabinet of chief administrative secretaries is hereby suspended.
Thank you.
The number of advisors in government shall be reduced by 50%,
Not 50%.
within
Ruto
the
aende.
public service with immediate effect. Budget lines providing for the operations of the office of the First Lady,
The spouses.
the spouse of the Deputy President, and the Prime Cabinet Secretary will
Suspended.
be removed.
Thank you.
Similarly, the budget provisions for confidential budgets in various executive offices, including my own office, have been removed, and the budget for renovations across government reduced by 50%.
Makes sense.
Henceforth, public servants who attain the retirement age of 60 shall be required to immediately proceed on retirement with no extensions to their tenure of service whatsoever. The purchase of new motor vehicles by the government is suspended for 12 months, except for security agencies, while a new policy on transport for public officers will be developed. While a new policy on transport for public officers will be developed. All non-essential travel by state and public officers is hereby suspended. No state officer or public servant shall participate in public contributions or haram fees going forward. The Attorney General is hereby directed to prepare and submit legislation to this effect and develop a mechanism for structured and transparent contributions for public, charitable, and philanthropic purposes. These measures will be followed by changes in government that I will be making shortly. We are determined to carry out this and other interventions to improve the quality, efficiency, and transparency in serving the people of Kenya and ensure that citizens receive maximum value for their resources from a public sector that prioritizes their welfare. I believe these changes will set out our country on a trajectory towards economic transformation, enabling us to achieve the strategic objectives of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda and deliver our commitment to radically enhance opportunities for all Kenyans and transform our country. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless our great country, Kenya.
At least he listened. You see what the Kenya Gen Z have achieved? Yeah? Not because they were protesting around the parks or somewhere on that bridge. They took their fight to government houses across their countries. I'm sorry, across their countries' counties. All of them, they took the fight to those places. Those who could run away, ran away. Now, Ruto is throwing everybody under the bus. Listen, guys, the party is over. Oh, you all have to pack your bag and leave. Your offices, your this or that are no longer, we can no longer service them. Or else, these guys are going to remove me next Tuesday. Because you see that one you watch on Tuesday, they are still protesting till now in Kenya. But the major one is that every Tuesday until Ruto leaves, there's so much you could achieve from these rogues who are pretending to be powerful and all of that. Some people put themselves out that they were going to go to and protest against the FCC. no single person came out because CFC said these people are trying, everyone who is coming out to protest against the assault on civilians by the EFCC, they are criminals. They will be arrested. Oh, everybody stayed away. In Ghana, the wind is already blowing. Okay? I don't think this lawmaker that I'm about to play, for you now, probably knew about this yet. But from what is going on in Kenya, he's already alerting his colleague in Ghana.
Mr. Speaker, my colleague, the Deputy Minister for Information, I thought for what we have seen on CNN and everything, he would have taken the opportunity.
Eugene, you hold on. When you finish, I'll give you the opportunity.
Taking the opportunity under order 93.1.
Eugene, I'll give you the opportunity. Let
93.1 to brief the House on what he saw in Kenya, where Kenyan public are beating up members of Parliament for passing bad laws.
Honorable leader.
We have taken advantage.
Honorable leader. Honorable leader.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
It appears.
Mr. Speaker, it's a serious matter.
This
I saw colleague members of Parliament beating to death.
Honorable leader,
And
this
I
is a
saw my
sideline
colleagues
issue.
running on
Honorable
TV.
leader, this is a sideline
I thought
issue.
this is an opportunity to advise us as to how to pass good laws to avoid being beaten by the public.
Honorable leader, this is a sideline issue, please.
We should be worried. In fact, when I saw him running and the police were ushering him, I mean, through a tunnel to escape, it's a serious matter, Mr. Speaker. We thank God that he's here safely.
Well.
But the opportunities still exist for him to use order 93.
Let me give the floor to.
Like Ghana, like Nigeria, they won't let him speak. Hey, I don't remember. All that nonsense. They won't let him speak. Meanwhile, outside, like Ghana, like Nigeria, these boys were like, we need to come out. Asamoah. Yeah, Asamoah. No, that's Asawana. I don't know why that even like Asamoah is a name. Asawana is I don't know. Yeah, they came out and they were expecting some Ghanaians to show. They didn't show. Sadly.
Ghana, we should be disappointed in ourselves. We should be very disappointed in ourselves because it hurts so much when people have sacrificed whatever it takes to be there to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian come here and look at the number of people here. And no wonder the journalist is asking that your sympathizers. We are not sympathizers. We are fellow Ghanaians who believe in injustice not to be served on the people of Ghanaians. We are Ghanaians who have come to be conscious of ourselves in our democratic governance that is not going right with the ordinary Ghanaian. These things are being perpetrated on Ghanaians everywhere we go. But yet, who is fighting for the ordinary Ghanaian? And this young man here has dedicated himself to fix the country, have dedicated ourselves to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian. The least, the ordinary Ghanaian out there who is being victimized, who is being served with injustice, have to come out here and say that we stand with you in all that you are doing. But what do we see? It is very disappointing. And Ghanaians are all we can say is Boba enne eyekojo etna ebeye kofi na say yet your mind ni edin senyo me kwaso na mfo obi a ho a ebre bi ba ebefa ho. There was a time in the history of this country yesin nkofo akwakowo incubator you doom light e man nkofo owu ebetumi aye oba ene da yese president convoy impo akwakonya accident ona wo car wo tire mu no Boba and enne o say eyeme emfa ho a etena ebeye wo emfa me ho na se ye say ebeye and the politicians ground on this kind of attitude from the ordinary Ghanaian in a debia no yeti o man nim in a nyoma ekoso yesisi they send the national security after you, they send machos after you. They are always threatening your life, all in the name that the ordinary Ghanaian will keep quiet and not speak. We are in this court today. Court, as answer join the case, and it is something that I don't know. Say, omo ya law na na ti o ma de ase o miminim. Say court no, ono be set time say wo bra. Say judge betena ase, e na ye ya ma. Enka asemaba. But wo betena ase a na ya catch us say court and the attorney general no a file something ya serve their man for months. I'm casual responding to no. While filing a response.
Sorry, bro. Like Nigeria, like Ghana, like Nigeria. Somebody said the Ghanaian youth are they are online arguing with Nigeria, Ghana Jollof or Nigeria Jollof. Ghana Jollof or Nigeria Jollof. Whiskey or Sarkodie. Shatawale or Davido. That's what they are busy with anyway. So listen, in Nigeria, it is worse. You see, a young lady who happened to be from the findings, her name is Awa. They say she's Yoruba Kanuri. Her mom Kanuri, her dad Yoruba. So she came to Ogun State. Her dad is from Ogun State. So she came to the Ogun State, and somehow, she got so gobmasked about the roads in Ogun State. Like, what the? So she decided to raise awareness on that. And guess what? Dubious Dapo has now rolled out different tractors across Ogun State right now, trying to do some Shagbeloju road. You know what that means? Shagbeloju is just to make it look like it's okay. Like, they just use the grader to grade it, and they say, they're about to do this road. Say, the government is working on a lie. But he's out there anyway, trying to fill potholes and all of that because of the campaign of the girl. Listen, when this young lady first published her findings, initially, they wanted to bully her. They unleashed social media troll after her. What's your business? Are you from Ogun State? Why don't you go to your state? Why don't you go and show your own this thing? Is your state better than Ogun State? Or more? This same Ogun State. Now, so the Ogun State people started posting the videos. I'll show you that. I showed everyone there that time, yeah? So they said, they sent you, Abi. They sent you to come and attack. In fact, they even went as far, the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis. Yeah, the Abobakus. They said, the girl was sent by Obedient, and she is actually a PC, by the way. She's a PC, she's one of them. Or maybe she's one of them. But it was the Obedient themselves that actually came to sort of defend the girl in a way and say, listen, you are right. Thank you for even exposing this. We've been doing this all along and all of that, no response, no nothing. So they said the reason why people who are not Yorubas, the reason why they are attacking the Yoruba governors is because they want to take over Yoruba land from the Yorubas. Guess those who use that kind of a line? The Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the bad start, the bad idiots. We call them voluntary slaves, so I do call them sophisticated morons. I didn't know they would take it even further. Now, Awa is Yoruba Kanuri. She has nothing to do with Igbos. On top this dubious Dapo matter, I want to finally. I'm bringing that to you so that you can listen to the lunatics. The lunatics that are following Tifnumbu. The ones that are feasting and spreading all this tribal hate. They said they are doing self-preservation. And nobody should leave our leader for us. We'll deal with our leader ourselves. All those Olori Bruku Bambi Alas, few of them actually, they don't live in Nigeria. There's one of them that live in the UK here. But he's famous for that tribalism and all of that stuff. How did Hawa, a Yoruba Kanuri girl that helped shine light on the dilapidated